What's up, guys? So in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are going to be diving into a first impression of the new Makeup Forever. I keep wanting to call it the Ultra HD Skin, but that is not the name of it. It is just HD Skin. This is the new and updated version of it, and I'm so excited to try it. I'm gonna show you why I'm excited. For those of you who've been around, you guys know my love for Makeup Forever runs deep. If this is your first time here on my channel, you're probably like, whatever, it's just another foundation video, just trying to collect some thoughts. But I love Makeup Forever, okay? Like, you guys understand. I have Reboot Foundation, love her. Matte Velvet, love her. HD Stick Foundation, love her. Not HD, oh wait, yeah, HD Concealer. People love this. This is not my favorite, but it's not bad. Matte Velvet Concealer, love her. Use this every single day. Matte Velvet Powder Duos. I have these in literally every single shade for when I'm pale, for when I'm tan. I'm showing you guys all of these Makeup Forever love products of mine because do you notice anything that is missing? The original Ultra HD Skin Foundation. I think I'm the only person that I know anyways that never liked that foundation. I never liked it because it was always a very gray area for me. I never knew what it was. It was giving me mixed signals. I'm like, are you light coverage, medium coverage? Like, you're not full coverage, you're not matte, you're not satin, you're not dewy. I just never knew, like, what was the point of it? I didn't like it on myself, didn't like it on clients. So with all that being said, I was super excited to try this new and improved HD Skin, not Ultra HD, HD's a new one. I have the shade, oh my gosh, the shades are new and it's like throwing me because if you've used Makeup Forever, you know your shade. I'm like Y225, that is my shade. My new shade in this, I haven't tried it out, so we're gonna find out together. It's the equivalent of Y225, Marble I think is the name, and the new shade is 1Y08. So I'll put that down in the bar below because the whole conversion was very, kind of threw me, I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful packaging, look at this. Absolutely stunning bottle. I'm absolutely obsessed with the packaging. I had fake tan on a couple days ago, so hopefully most of it has it's still kind of on my hands, but as far as my face, like, it's all gone. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna test it out. I'm not gonna give you guys all of the price, the colors, the details, any of that. That's why you're here. I'm sure you're already interested in it. Look on Sephora, look on Makeup Forever's website. It'll have all the key claims and benefits. But my friend Diana works for Makeup Forever, and when she told me this is coming out, she's like, yeah, Ultra HD is going away, HD Skin is coming out, and you're gonna hate it. And I was like, what? Like, I'm still gonna try it. She's like, you're not gonna like it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, because she knows that I love the Reboot Foundation so much. So this one's for Diana. We're gonna see the first impression, but I feel like I will like it because just based on the reviews that I've been hearing, people either don't like it for the reasons that they love the original one, which I hated. So I feel like, does that make sense? I feel like I'm gonna like this one because I did not like the original one. I never liked it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pump some out. Like I said, I've never tried this. You guys can see, like, nothing's coming out. Okay, it's kind of a, yeah, it is thicker. It is thicker than the original. Yes, because the other one was like kind of runny. So I'm gonna dot this on my face. Let me zoom you guys in actually. All right, we're all zoomed in and my skin is not doing the best. I just got back from California like a week ago, probably a little bit more than a week ago, and my skin was going through it out there. It's been kind of going through it since I got back. It feels really, it feels lightweight. Yeah, it feels really good. Let me see if I can get closer. Guys, I'm sorry if this video is chaotic. If this is your first time here, I'm literally not always like this. This is the first time I've ever done my eyes first. I always do my face first, so I don't know how to act. Okay, so I just did 2 pumps. Take down the neck. I'm so pale right now that my tan is finally coming off. Which is good because that means that this Y225 Y108 shade is like my true winter color. Okay, so for me, I usually just dot on my foundation. As you guys just saw, I take a foundation brush and I just start buffing it in. Let me kind of get close so I can see. Right off the bat, just from the blendability and the coverage that I'm getting, I already like it better than the original Ultra HD. Like I said, that's not saying much because I never liked that foundation. So we're gonna, yeah, the coverage though, girl, the coverage is good. The coverage is really good. Oh my gosh, yeah, this, I already like this better than the original. Okay, let me get the neck, girl. She's pale. I need to get a little coverage down there too. Okay, so first impression, I did 2 pumps, like I said, covered the whole face. I instantly like it better than the original Ultra HD foundation, and the reason why, and I want to be specific as to what it is that I'm noticing, what it is that I'm instantly liking better than the original. So the original, basically, it was really sheer. It didn't really have a definite, like, to me anyways, I didn't understand what was the coverage, what was the finish. It just kind of did nothing for me. Overall, there was nothing I could really pinpoint that I liked or disliked about it. So it's not necessarily that I hated it, it just was completely irrelevant to me. There's no reason I would have ever reached for that foundation. As far as the other Makeup Forever foundations go, I'm well versed in those. Reboot is like skincare in a bottle. It's very light, it's very dewy, it's very supple, it's radiant. It's a perfect foundation for winter skin or summer when you want your skin to be really hydrated and just dewy and glowy. Now, the stick foundation is going to give you more coverage. It's going to give you that really flawless canvas. Again, kind of a more radiant to satin finish. Again, has a purpose. It's full coverage. We know what it does, right? I'm like looking at the foundations because I have them set right there. Matte Velvet Skin in the tube, the foundation. I wore that one the other day, and it's not the best foundation for winter, but for whatever reason, I wore it on Sunday. My skin looked flawless all day, but it is full coverage, full on matte finish. But again, we know exactly in the names of the foundations what they are, what to expect, what type of coverage, what type of finish you're gonna get. So for me, like I said, the reason I never liked the original Ultra HD is because it just did nothing. I'm like, I don't understand it. Now, the reason why I immediately off the bat like the HD skin better is because I can tell that there's thought behind this. There's purpose. Now, it feels like more coverage, and I think that it definitely was intended to be a little bit more coverage. It feels like the baby sister to Matte Velvet. And the reason why I say that is because this really just feels like a satin finish. It doesn't feel drying on the skin. It definitely feels like it kind of self-set, that kind of soft focus matte finish, which to me is just like a satin finish. It is nowhere near as matte as Matte Velvet. I wore that the other day and girl, it's matte. I also want to say that my skin has not been in good condition the past week. If you could see what is directly behind me, hopefully the lighting is not too bad, but it'll kind of give it away as to why. It is snowing outside. Like, it is 16 degrees today. It's freezing outside. So like I said, my skin has been suffering from traveling, feminine issues, in the last week, and I've had a lot of dryness, dead skin. I've been exfoliating, and so typically when you go in with any new foundation, that's the worst time to try a foundation, because if you have any dryness or anything like that, it's just going to accentuate that. So even with all of that, it didn't accentuate any type of dryness or dullness that I definitely did have and have actively on my skin right now. Next thing I want to say is the color. If you are formerly Marble Y225, then Y108 is going to be a spot-on perfect match for you. I've always worn Y225 in Makeup Forever foundations, so their shade chart was completely accurate into guiding me online, because I was like, whoa, these are all new shades. What shade do I buy? So with all of that being said, I'm going to zoom you guys in just so you can really see up close just kind of how it looks. I then am going to finish up the rest of my face off camera and then give you guys some more thoughts. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, kind of see how the foundation settles. I'm not gonna set it with powder, by the way, because I want it to just be a true test of how the foundation does on its own with no powder. I never use primer anyway, so that's not gonna be a factor of how long the foundation wears on me. It's just gonna kind of be like a first impression. And because, like I said, I'm so familiar with Makeup Forever foundations, I already kind of know what to expect. They do quality stuff, guys. Like, I'm not expecting to be like, wow, this looks like terrible in an hour. So yeah, like I said, I'll be right back and I'll give you guys some more thoughts. All right, so I'm back. I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup off camera. And my final thoughts, final review on this Makeup Forever HD Skin foundation is, it's a hit. It's a win. I'm a very first impression person. That's why I wanted to do this, not even a review, a first impression videos, because I know if I'm gonna like something right off the bat. I've never been that type of person as far as makeup, or really in life, like even with people, like to give things a second chance. Like if I meet you right off the bat, I'm like, I know if we're gonna vibe or not. And I'm the same way with makeup. If I try something on and I'm like, ooh, I already see the problems, like even if I try it a second and third time, the things that I initially didn't like about a foundation is what I end up not liking about it long term. Like I said, prior to even trying this, I had a feeling that I was gonna like it better than the original. And I kind of talked about why I thought I was gonna like it better than the original, and indeed I do like it better than the original. The reason why I think that this made sense for Makeup Forever to get rid of the Ultra HD and bring in HD skin is because the technology is just updated. It is. So the thing about the original that, like I said, I didn't like was that it just didn't have a purpose. It didn't make sense. It was nothing that personally, as a makeup artist or in my daily life, that I ever reached for. It just served no purpose. And I feel like they thought the same thing too, and that's why they're getting rid of it. This, however, does. This to me, I said it, I think I said it if I put it in the video, this to me is like the baby sister of, let me grab it actually. So to me, the new HD skin is kind of like a baby sister to the Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. This stuff, so both of these have 24-hour wear claims. That's why I'm not doing a wear test, because anything that says 24-hour wear claim, I already have normal to dry skin. Foundation lasts on me. I do not, the only foundation I have an issue that literally does not last on me is the NARS Radiant Long Wear. It's not long wearing, it's garbage. Applies beautifully, it does not last on me. Any foundation in Makeup Forever lasts on me. The only one that kind of needs maintenance throughout the day is the cream foundation, because it's a cream, it's a little bit more emollient, but anything that has a 24-hour wear time, for me anyways, it's gonna be more long wearing. So the reason why I say that this kind of, like, these are sisters in a way is because this is full coverage, long lasting, matte finish, and it's just a little intense for if you're not looking for that much coverage and that matte of a finish. The reason why this reminds me of it is it has all of those great qualities as far as like the 24-hour wear time, that lasting power, and it does have that kind of soft focus, mattifying technology to it, but it's not as intense as this one. So if this is just like, if you're dry, so this foundation I guess was marketed towards normal to oily skin, and I could see why. Once I sat down in my vanity mirror and I got all those lights like really close in my face, like I said, I do have a little bit of dryness and stuff that I have been kind of battling with the frigid winter. It's 16 degrees outside, so with that being said, knowing that I already have a little bit of dryness, I will never knock a foundation that claims to be more of a matte finish, a fuller coverage, that clings on to any dry patches that are already there, because makeup is only ever going to emphasize that. That is not the fault of the foundation. Would the skin look a little bit more soothed had I had used like the Reboot foundation? Yes. However, this, for my skin being a little bit more dehydrated and a little drier in the winter, a little bit more on the drier side, it didn't emphasize it to the point where it looked terrible. You know what I mean? We've all tried those foundations that are like a full coverage, matte finish, when our skin is already dry, flaky, it's not doing well, and it just makes it look 10 times worse, right? So I kind of was expecting that going into this, but it didn't do that at all, actually. I could see where it was kind of wanting to cling to it, but it kind of just glided. It kind of just smoothly just sat over it. It didn't really emphasize or pick up or create texture that really isn't there. I'm gonna take a second to kind of really like get in close with this foundation. I did want to add that, like I said, I didn't add powder to set this. Usually I would use Matte Velvet Skin to set, but that's another layer of a matte finish, and it's also another layer of coverage because it is first and foremost a powder foundation. So I just wanted to see how this was true to my skin with my cream products and see how that worked, and it didn't disrupt at all. It worked really, really well with my cream bronzer, my cream blush, and everything else that I put on my face. If you guys have been here a while, can you notice that I've been like contouring my nose? I literally look like Little Kim, and it's been giving me so much life lately. If you hate nose contour, try to ignore it. But no, honestly, I've been looking at it, like I said, in the vanity with like all the lights, like really up close. I'm looking at it in natural lighting right now. That's why if the lighting is a little dark, I'm really sorry. I really hate filming with artificial lighting, and like I said, it's been snowing lately, so this is just the best that I'm working with, to be completely honest. I can never get my lighting set up right, you guys know this. But honestly, I'm amazed by this new foundation. I am so happy that I tried it. Diana, this one's for you, because Diana told me that I was not gonna like it. And I was like, no, I think I will, because like I said, the most irrelevant foundation I've ever tried is the original Ultra HD Skin Foundation. I think I really am the only person I've ever heard who just is so like, I don't even hate it. It's so irrelevant. So I don't know which is worse. I don't know that it's worse that I just feel nothing about it. It just did absolutely nothing for me, you know, absolutely nothing. But yeah, as for the new and improved Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation, I give it a thumbs up, 10 out of 10. I love everything about it, to be completely honest. I'm so excited to try it in the summertime, because I do feel like, I did want to say that, I feel like if you're more dry, I've seen a couple reviews of people who have dry skin and they've really liked this, so just keep that in mind. You can always change your primer if you're into hydrating primers. Like I said, I don't use primers. I don't believe in primers. Like, it's not my thing. I feel like if a foundation works, it works. It shouldn't need that extra help, because otherwise the foundation doesn't work if it needs extra help. This foundation, I can just tell you personally, I'm gonna love this in the summer because it just has that soft, matte, like satiny, just beautiful finish, and I'm gonna definitely get my summer shades. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for taking time to tune in to today's video on the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation, and let me know what you think. Are you guys gonna pick it up? Have you tried it? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Because like I said, I'm shook, I love it, and I'm so happy. Anytime I can find a new foundation that I really love from a brand that I love, it makes me so happy. But yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. I don't really make videos here anymore, so if you want to subscribe, go ahead. If not, I don't blame you, I wouldn't subscribe either. So yeah, until my next video, which I really don't know when that will be, I'll see you guys then. Okay, bye.